There are literally thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of types of plastics, each with unique characteristics and qualities. The average US citizen consumes 167 plastic water bottles each year, but recycles just 25% of them. And when they put those in the bin, only a small fraction of those get recycled. In fact, of all the plastic produced worldwide since the 1950s, only 9% of that has been recycled. And when we say recycled, we really mean downcycled into something of lesser quality. So all of this hype for something that isn't even doing what it claims? In 1988, the Society of the Plastics Industry introduced a coding system to help recyclers sort plastics. Most plastic products have the general recycling symbol with a number in the triangle indicating one of 6 types of plastic and a 7th for a general collection category. Unfortunately, the recyclers don't really use this code. Every district, town, city, state, country has different recycling rules. An overarching national policy would make a lot of sense. Recycling has been set up not as a complete government service, but as a private business. We pay local councils for bins that we can put our recycling into. The local council hires a private waste collection business to come round and dump the bins into the back of a truck. The truck then drives to a material recovery facility, a MRF, where it's dumped into a pile and scooped onto a conveyor belt for sorting. Generally, this is not a sophisticated operation. Whilst the materials we use on a daily basis have evolved thanks to big budgets from product manufacturers to fund clever innovation in packaging design, the waste management, the separation, the sorting, and recycling industries have not evolved at the same pace, or at all. And it's not a huge surprise. It's literally a dirty business. Contamination is an ongoing issue. In my research, a high-ranking employee from a recycling company admitted that if a truck driver sees that a bin emptied into the truck is too contaminated, that they will drive the entire truckload to the landfill instead. This is tragic. This is part of why I don't count on recycling as the solution to our use of plastics. It isn't working. While the numbers give us an indication of the type of plastic, it says nothing about the hardness or the shape or the color or the consistency. There are tens of thousands of types of plastics. Reducing them to 6 types gives us, consumers, false hope that these are going to be sorted and recycled. These private recycling enterprises collect materials, glass, metal, paper, and plastics from our bins and then sell these to buyers on the global waste market. However, most countries have increased their standards for the materials they will buy and refuse to accept contaminated materials. If you look at your recycling bin, you will see why. We are not ultra diligent about cleaning and letting dry our containers and packaging before we chuck them in the bin. We also have not been too good about researching our local material recovery facilities to find out what even is recyclable in our area. These are small things we can do that make a huge difference, that help make the recycling industry's job easier by providing them with cleaner materials to work with, or just using less packaged stuff and have less stuff in your bins to begin with. Hopefully, as our consumer demand for transparency gets driven up the supply chain, more communication will occur between manufacturers and recyclers to help effectively close the loop on materials that are of value and eliminate those that are not. And this is what we need: systemic change. Fewer disposable to-go items and more reusable, refillable, and repurposable items. This whole movement is about self-sufficiency and reclaiming our sovereignty. We should no longer rely on outsiders to recycle our waste, be autonomous and responsible for what we use and the waste our consumption creates.